A very, very good afternoon once again. And here is Suhani with Spice of Life Conversations.
Hi,
So, Suhani, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm great. And it's the
Wonderful.
last book of Harry Potter, which is great.
Yes, it is. So, 11 sessions to share with everyone that this is the 11th session that we are doing, and we started with Harry Potter series. And today we're going to conclude over the Harry Potter series and the entire
This other series,
cliffhangers.
the things, the conversations are gonna continue with like different things. So you might see the Potterhead part of my name change, but everything else is probably stay the same.
Wonderful. Yes, and we're going to look forward for that. So Spice of Life conversations will continue. Stay tuned today for the Harry Potter lessons, but post that we're going to keep watching and keep listening to Suhani on different areas and converse with her. So Suhani, over to you for what you want to share with us today.
So today we're doing the Deathly Hallows. Like in last session, we didn't do any plot. So
Mm-hmm,
today we're
mm-hmm.
gonna finish the whole book of the
Okay,
Deathly Hallows.
perfect.
So it's a little bit of a long plot. So I'm gonna try to shorten it as much as possible,
Yeah, Suhani, I
but
may
not
get
miss
logged
out on the main
out.
part.
Yeah, Suhani, I may get logged out for a moment, but I'll be back soon. So you continue the discussion, okay?
Sure. So we start. So the final book starts with Voldemort and his Death Eaters having a meeting at Malfoy Manor.
I'm back.
They are beginning to plan out how to kidnap Harry Potter during his evacuation from Number
Hmm.
4 Privet Drive.
Right. Okay.
After borrowing Lucius Malfoy's wand in order to annihilate Harry, Voldemort
Hmm.
does so in a way that um, he borrows Lucius Malfoy's wand in a way that he indicates that Malfoy has no choice.
Uh-huh.
He kills the Muggle Studies professor at Hogwarts,
Hmm.
Charity Burbage, for teaching the subject and putting an article suggesting that Muggles should be treated as equals to pure bloods. It is
Okay.
revealed during this meeting that lost all favor of Voldemort's respect, and his favor has shifted
Hmm.
to Lucius's sister-in-law, Bellatrix Lestrange, and Severus Snape,
Okay.
and Corbin Yaxley, who has enabled the Death Eaters to infiltrate the Ministry by using the Imperious Curse.
Okay.
Harry is sorting what he will need and what he will be left out behind and his school trunk and all. When
Hmm.
taking a break, he reads some articles about Dumbledore. One is
Okay.
sympathetic, the other critical, So he leaves, he convinces um, Petunia, Vernon, and Dudley, like Uncle Vernon, Aunt Petunia, and Dudley, to leave, and
Okay.
uh, uh, the Order of the Phoenix arrives to with a plan to sneak Harry away from his house
Hmm.
and avoid being captured by Voldemort.
Okay.
After initially opposing the plan, Harry is okay. He's like, so like Harry is like, I don't want to do it, and then
Hmm.
Fred and George, they're like, I think one of them, I think it's Fred. He says, yeah, yeah, seven, all of us against one person who's not even allowed to use magic will stand no chance. So that's why Harry's like okay with it. And then the plan is that Ron, Fred, George, Hermione, Fleur, and Mundungus take the polyjuice potion to make themselves look like Harry.
Right. And
They
is this
act
the
as
same?
decoys.
Right. And is this the same scene that you had said that Harry had to take about what 92 shots to complete
Yeah,
that
Daniel
scene?
will take over 90 takes, yeah.
90
So
takes,
each
right?
of them depart with a different order member. Ron with
Okay.
Nymphadora, Fred with
Uh-huh.
his father Arthur, George with Remus Lupin, Hermione
Okay.
with Kingsley Shacklebolt, Fleur with
Mm-hmm.
Bill, and
Mm-hmm.
Mundungus with Moody to
Okay.
protect them while riding on broomsticks or thestrals. While
Okay.
Harry leaves with Rubus Hagrid in a sidecar attached to Sirius Black's motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to share something which is
Okay.
very I find sweet that Hagrid brought Harry to Privet Drive with Sirius Black's motorcycle,
Mm-hmm.
and Harry is leaving Privet Drive in the same way on
Wow.
on Sirius Black's motorcycle with Hagrid.
And Sony, tell me what was it about that 17 years of age, which is there as a part
Yeah,
of
after
the.
that you get to have like you get to use magic in the normal world, and also I think after 17 of years of age, Harry's protective charm, which was given by his mother, it breaks.
Okay, and I think there was something about the scar as well, right? That the scar would go off after that age, something like that. That
No,
he'll
nothing with a
get.
scar.
So where
No, nothing.
Voldemort was right now able to trace him or understand what's in his mind, that ability will go away. Was there something like
No,
that?
no, there was nothing like that, Papa.
Okay, okay.
So, uh, this plan goes wrong, badly wrong, as the group is attacked by Death Eaters almost immediately after taking off. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
during which Hedwig is killed. Harry fights off Death Eaters by firing curses and hexes at them, while Hagrid uses a number of gadgets as the motorcycle is now equipped with a deployable solid brick wall, a net, and a dragon fire booster, which is
Mm-hmm.
impressive. The Death Eaters discover the real Harry after he attempts to disarm the Imperious Stan Champagne. Moments
Right.
later, Voldemort joins the pursuit. Hagrid leaps off the bike at another Death Eater, and as Voldemort is about to kill Harry, Harry's
Mm-hmm.
wand acts of its own accord and shoots. Okay, hold on, wait. And shoots some sparks at Voldemort, and
Mm-hmm.
it fires a curse at Voldemort that breaks Lucius's wand. Voldemort attempts to strike again, but at the moment, Harry enters the protective charms of the Tonks home, and Voldemort and the Death Eaters are unable to follow him. During the time at the Burrow, Harry, Ron, and Hermione are kept busy with preparations for Bill and Fleur's wedding, which Harry suspects is an attempt by Molly Weasley to stop their planning and delay their departure. Nevertheless, they manage to get together and discuss their plans for completing the quest Dumbledore left them. Yeah. So after that, they plan, and Harry gets a lot of gifts like a pouch by Hagrid which has these claws so that no one can steal through it, but actually it makes it really hard to put stuff in. So that, and he gets a sneakoscope from Hermione, which is really cool. And then the Minister of Magic, Rufus Scrimgeour, he comes to the burrow and he gives Harry, Ron, and Hermione the will. Like Dumbledore has left them some items, like for them in his will. So Harry got no Hermione got the Tales of Beedle the Bard. Ron got Dumbledore's Deluminator, and Harry got the the snitch, his first snitch that he caught, and also he gets the sort of Godric Gryffindor, but he cannot give it like Rufus Scrimgeour says that he cannot give it away since it was never Dumbledore's to begin with. So after that, uh, After that, they have the Bill and Flor's wedding is the following day. So Harry is disguised as Ron's cousin for the wedding, and after that,
Okay.
when they're dancing, like he learns a little bit about Dumbledore's past, and then after that, Kingsley's Patronus arrives to warn everyone that like the Death Eaters are coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
now, the Death Eaters are gonna come to the wedding,
Okay.
and so the Order starts putting shield charms and start protecting,
Right.
and
Suhani,
then
Suhani, yeah, Suhani, may I request you to come Suhani, Suhani,
yeah,
are you able to hear me?
yeah, of course.
Suhani, come a little forward better. You're looking very small in the screen. We can't see you clearly. Can you come a little forward, little ahead? Yeah, that's better. If you can come a little more, yes, this looks perfect. Thank you, beta.
So they Ron, Hermione, and Harry they use the uh, they use the like what do you say? They apparated to some to a place where Hermione went a couple years back, and then what they did was like
Mm-hmm.
they just sat in like at a place, and also Hermione has this undetectable extension charm on her bag, so she pulled out clothes for Harry and Ron and Harry. So after that, they I don't know. 1 second, let me think. Uh,
What happened? What are you
After that,
thinking,
they
beta?
decide to what? Sorry, I was just seeing what's the next plot.
No, I
So
said,
after that, two of Death Eaters,
okay.
um,
Mm-hmm.
they come to the place and like so Hermione
Okay.
duels and like, they duel them and they obliviate them and then they go to the
Mm-hmm.
to Grimmauld Place, the Order of the Phoenix's old HQ,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
there was like they were thinking that will Snape be able to get in and everything. So in the
Mm-hmm.
morning,
Mm-hmm.
the first thing in the morning, Harry finds the name Regulus Arcturus Black, who is Sirius's brother, younger brother, who is dead, and a former Death Eater on the bedroom door. Harry realizes Regulus was RAB
Mm-hmm.
from the fake Horcrux that Dumbledore had found.
Okay. Okay.
And he, Hermione, and Ron search the house for real one.
Mm-hmm.
They find Creature. Yeah, he makes a entrance in this book as well. So
Mm-hmm.
Creature tells them that um, Mundungus stole some parts of the
Mm-hmm.
like he stole some items of the house, and then Harry orders Creature to go find Mundungus. So then after that,
Yeah.
they were just still staying at Malfoy, like at the Order of the Phoenix headquarters, Grimmauld Place.
Right.
And
So, Suhani, you know what? While we've understood, so while you're taking us through the plot, no, I want you to tell me so while you're telling me about the sequence to sequence, I'm sure a lot of our people are new to Harry Potter and they may not have the detailing that you have. So, so if you probably share with us on, what happens, like what was the whole idea of the book or the movie which was split in two parts. I think that would be helpful for people to know and relate to what happened in that movie.
the whole idea was basically Harry, Ron, and Hermione tracking down and
Mm-hmm.
destroying all Voldemort's Horcruxes, and then
Okay.
just like defeating Voldemort himself.
Right. So tell me one thing, why was it so important to kill all the Horcruxes? What was the
Because
importance
without
of getting all
if
the
you
Horcruxes?
kill all the if you don't kill all the Horcrux, if you don't destroy all the Horcruxes, then Voldemort's basically immortal forever. You cannot kill him as long as
Oh,
he has one Horcrux or two Horcruxes. So you have to kill all the Horcruxes before killing Voldemort himself.
okay, okay. Wonderful. Great. I think that was insightful, Swani. Great. So what happens next? So now they're trying to find out about the sword, and you just mentioned about
Yeah, so the sword plays a very
in the
important
movie
role
or in the book.
because the
Mm-hmm.
sword is made by goblin. It's goblin made, which means that it only takes in that which makes it stronger. It cannot dust and rust does not affect the sword. And Harry killed the basilisk with the sword of God of Gryffindor, and basilisk venom can destroy Horcruxes because he destroyed Tom Riddle's diary, and that's why when Harry went into when Harry found out the sword has basilisk venom inside it, so the sword can destroy Horcruxes. Yeah, so that's why the sword plays such an important role.
Mm-hmm.
Dobby
Mm-hmm.
comes back to this movie slash book.
Okay.
So Dobby comes back and he helps them escape from Malfoy Manor, basically,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and he ends up
You know
dying.
what? I know I saw that in the movie, and I think they've shown it very well. But however that Dobby looks, I think he's one of my favorite characters in the books. I mean, in the
Yeah,
movie.
he's
Sorry,
really
I've
cute.
still not completed the books.
Like he looks really nice, and
He's
he's very
very
nice
cute.
actually. He's a very helpful house elf.
So, is there something about
And
Dobby
even
that we've
creatures
not seen in
started
the
becoming
movie?
nicer. In the fifth book, in the
Okay.
movie, he was so mean to Harry and
Uh-huh.
Hermione and
Right.
all. Later on,
Hmm.
he is placed in the Battle of Hogwarts. There is a lot. He also leads all the house elves to fight with the rocket of
Okay.
Regulus Black bouncing on his chest.
My God.
So
Okay.
when Harry
I
gave
didn't
him
know this
the
part.
fake locket, when Harry gave him the fake locket, and because it was Regulus Black's and creature liked Regulus a lot. So after giving him that, he was very nice to Harry and even Ron and
Hmm.
Hermione a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's good to
house
know.
elves and everything. So we find out that Tonks and Lupin have a son, Teddy Lupin. He is a metamorphagus
Hmm.
and he does not have his dad's wolfish, werewolf characteristics. He's not a
Okay.
werewolf, that is good.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
he is also very, in the epilogue, we find out that Teddy Lupin was actually one of the more naughtier personalities.
Okay. So
And
when you say
Even James Sirius, Harry's son, he was also
Mhm.
the people who he was named after. He was also very prankster.
Superb. So I actually then want to, Suhani, while today we keep the plot by about 12:30 in next 10 minutes, I want to then talk about this entire attachment to Harry Potter and maybe a little more about Potterheads across the globe. So
Mm-hmm.
great. Yeah, yeah. Please continue. So what happens
So
after that? And so no, come a little forward, Suhani, because you're going very low on the screen. We're not able to see you.
yes.
Come a
So
little more forward if you can, if you have some
yeah.
space.
So I'll tell you a little bit more about the Battle of Hogwarts, which is my favorite. So I'll
Okay?
just see my notes for the Battle of Hogwarts because I love the battle.
Right. So for
So
everyone to
in
know,
the
I think.
battle, what happens is
Mm-hmm.
I want to read from the book because it has a really nice thing. So just give me a minute.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So while Suhani comes, I want all of you to know, the best thing which I like about Suhani, and I want to appreciate that, is to prepare for these sessions, Suhani has prepared an Excel sheet, and I think about 2 3 sessions back I had shared it with all of you, where she actually writes down the plots of the movie that she wants to share, the fun facts that she has, the life lessons that she's removed from these episodes. So what she's keeping on referring is to those things, and I think kudos for being a 12-year-old to prepare for the session that she wants to deliver. So I think I'm really proud of her. The second thing is she has the all the 7 books of Harry Potter, and the minute she thinks of something, she knows which book on what page is that particular thing available for
Found
reference.
it.
And I think that's
Found it.
awesome. And therefore she
Yeah.
relates herself to Hermione. Yes, Suhani Hermione.
So Harry saw Charlie Weasley overtaking Horace Slughorn. They seemed to have returned at the head of what looked like the families and friends of every Hogwarts student who had remained to fight, along with the
Mm-hmm.
shopkeepers and homeowners of Hogsmeade. The centaurs,
Mm-hmm.
Bane, Ronan, and Magorian, burst into the hall with a great clatter of hooves. The house elves of Hogwarts swarmed into the entrance hall, screaming and waving carving knives and cleavers, and at their head, the locket of Regulus Black bouncing on his chest, was Screecher, his bullfrog voice audible even above this din. Fight, fight, fight for my master, defender of house elves. Fight the Dark Lord in the name of brave Regulus. Fight. They were hacking and stabbing at the ankles and shins of the Death Eaters, their tiny faces alive with malice. And everywhere Harry looked, Death Eaters were folding under the sheer weight of numbers, overcome by spells, dragging arrows from wounds, stabbed in the leg by elves, or else simply attempting to escape, but swallowed by the oncoming horde. Harry saw Yaxley slammed to the floor
Superb.
by George and Lee Jordan, saw Dolho fall with a scream at Wiltwick's hand, saw Walden McNair thrown across the room by Hagrid. He saw Ron and Neville bringing down Fenrir Greyback, Aberforth stunning Rookwood, Arthur and Percy flooring Thickness, and Lucius and Narcissa Malfoy running through the crowd, not even attempting to fight, screaming for their son. Voldemort was now dueling McGonagall, Slughorn, and Kingsley all at once. Bellatrix was
Mm-hmm.
still
Mm-hmm.
fighting too, 50 yards away from Voldemort, and like her master, she dueled three at once. Hermione, Ginny, and Luna, all battling their hardest, but Bellatrix was equal to them. Mrs. Weasley threw off her cloak as she
Superb.
ran,
And
freeing her arms. Bellatrix saw Molly's curse soared beneath Bellatrix's outstretched arm and hit her squarely in the chest, right directly above her heart.
beautiful.
This is
And I
my
think
favorite
I
part
love.
because seeing all
Mhm.
the all of Hogwarts staying to fight is amazing. And even Creature was there, like I said, he was there. He was leading all
Yeah,
the houses with swords,
wonderful.
and they were stabbing at the legs.
Suhani, I want you to tell us about the plot where Moni was fighting with Bellatrix, and then what
Yeah,
we've read about them, that off shooting, how they were actually friends and how they were talking about it. So will you tell us
yeah,
about
like
that
they were
particular
really
scene?
well, they were like really good friends. This was Fred and George, like James and Oliver Phelps. They were talking and they were saying that off camera, Helena Bonham Carter and I forgot the name of whoever played Molly Weasley, but
Okay.
they both are really good friends. And
Mm-hmm.
when the camera's on, you're like, oh god, they're gonna kill each other.
I know. And you know
So
what?
like
That's so
that type of
true.
switch. And even
Yeah.
with like Neville Longbottom, what is his name? Okay, I forgot his name. Whatever.
Hmm.
Tom Felton and whatever his name was, Neville and Draco, they were like really good friends off camera too. So like the shooting was not over, so they were like so that they were like at least keep arguing or something. And then Tom Felton said some mean things, which weren't really that mean, and he was like happy now, like because in the acting, Draco does not like Neville Longbottom and all. So,
Right.
so like off camera, everyone's friends.
Hmm. Perfect. So which is
So
absolutely right. Yeah.
so like even Voldemort is like, there was this I saw this somewhere that Voldemort he and like this is about Voldemort's actor and Bellatrix's actress. So
Hmm.
Voldemort was walking by a kid in his Voldem in his costume, and the kid almost cried. And
Okay.
so Helena Bonham Carter said that whenever her son brings some friends of his who she doesn't particularly like, she has a wand, so she pulls it out and just shows it to them, and they just grab, they just run.
Hmm.
So
Sunny, tell me if I'm right. Was it Julie Walters,
yeah,
who
Julie
played Molly
Walters, yeah,
Weasley?
she was
Okay.
played by Molly Weasley.
Wonderful. Okay.
So
Okay. Great. So tell us what happens
yeah,
next.
so this is the Battle of Hogwarts. Harry, because he sacrificed himself like to Voldemort, he's done what his mother did. Everyone was protected from Voldemort's spells.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
because he did
And
what Lily did.
okay.
And also, I don't get how movie watchers and stuff like. I don't get how they like Snape so much. You also like Snape. When you read the
Yes.
books and when you start understanding, you realize that James Potter was actually 10 times better than Severus Snape.
Yeah, but probably in the movies, I think he's got more coverage. So
Because
Snape has
they
got
just
more
made
coverage.
him way too good. Like, because they just removed all the parts that made him sound bad. And he was actually displayed
Okay.
bad.
Okay. Okay. No fair. So, but tell me one thing,
And
Suhani.
because,
Now,
like, one
last
more
time we
thing,
were
Papa,
talking.
you know that Neville's biggest fear was Severus Snape. His parents were
Mm-hmm.
tortured to insanity by Bellatrix Lestrange, and when they ask what his biggest fear is, it's Severus Snape.
Okay.
Like, he
Okay.
must have done something bad, right? And we realize that
It
in the
must
books,
have.
um, Nev, Neville, like Snape fed his Neville's toad Trevor, who, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
was given to him because he was like, his family thought that he was incapable of performing magic, and when he did perform magic well, he got Trevor, and he fed Trevor a potion that almost could have killed him, and then he was angry at Neville when it didn't kill him.
Okay.
So that's why I don't like Snape.
Got it. I can clearly understand you don't like Snape. Now, but so tell me, Suhani. Now, last time you had started talking to all of us about the Horcruxes, and
Yeah,
I think
Horcrux.
by now with the sword, where Ron or I think Harry kills the locket in the
Yeah, the
movie.
locket. In the movies, yeah. So in the books, what happens is first the locket's destroyed by Ron. Actually, Ron slices
Yeah.
it open. Then it's then what? It's the cup. I think the no, it's the yeah, it's the cup. It's
Yes.
it's the Helga Hufflepuff's cup by Hermione,
Mm-hmm.
who
Okay.
stabbed it with the basilisk fang from the Chamber of
Hmm.
Secrets. Then
Right.
it was the Rowena Ravenclaw's diadem, which
Right.
was again by Fiend, it's actually by Crab for some reason, because he released Fiend Fire, which is like a giant fire which comes in the shape of animals, and it
Mm-hmm.
destroys Horcruxes. So that was by Crab, and then at the end, Neville Longbottom kills Nagini,
Mm-hmm.
slices off its head, and
I think that was the way it was shot in the movie, Suhani. I loved the the way Neville Longbottom has expressed and the expression that he had when he was, when he slashed off Nagini's head. I
yeah,
think that
and
was
also
one of the
one more
best.
thing was there that sure. So what happened was that Neville and Harry,
Hmm.
they were dressed similarly to their parents in the Battle of Hogwarts.
Right, right. No, they were. So I love
So
that movie shot. So when I
instead
when
of
I see
I
that,
want to tell something. Like instead of the cursed child, I would have loved to have something like I would have loved to have a book which described the marauders when they were in their school years, because that would have been really fun to read.
Right.
Because the cursed child,
So,
like, can you imagine the cursed child is written by Rita Skeeter? Because it probably sounds right.
okay, who is Rita Skeeter? I thought it was J.K. Rowling who wrote that.
You don't know Rita Okay, this is the problem. Movies exclude such important characters. No, no, I
Huh.
think she was there in the fourth movie, the reporter.
Oh, yes, the reporter who kind of, forces herself and makes people make statements that she wants.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's Rita
Okay,
Skeeter.
okay, okay. Now I
So
remembered the character. I did not remember the name.
yeah, and also they didn't put much importance on ghosts either. Like you would know about
Hmm.
Peeves.
I know about Pius for
Peeves played
sure.
a very important role in the fifth book. Actually, he was really helpful to the Weasley twins. Like
Ah,
I told you it
yes.
unscrews the other way, the whole
Right. No, I
McGonagall
don't
thing.
remember that.
McGonagall
No, I
was
don't
the
remember that.
best at dealing with Umbridge in the fifth book. I loved that. McGonagall versus Umbridge. McGonagall 10, Umbridge 0. So it's like a
I
scorecard.
about McGonagall and Umbridge. I only remember that shot that you've told me. I think 20,000 times is go have a biscuit. What is that?
It's
What was
not go
that
have a
shot?
biscuit. It's have a biscuit, Potter. Like
Have a
you
biscuit
called her
Potter.
a liar,
Yeah.
and like he's like yes, professor, and then he was like have a biscuit, Potter.
That
Like
is
still
amazing.
the
So
best
Suhani,
plot twist in history. I've told you 10,000 times. This
yes,
line still the best plot twist in history.
very good. So Suhani, we are already 30 minutes in the show. I want you to help us close the plot in next 5 minutes with what
Okay,
happened to
so the plot
Voldemort
is
and how did
closed.
the movie?
So,
Sorry.
Voldemort actually, I didn't like the Voldemort's death in the movie. It was stupid because they
Okay.
made him feel like even in the death, he felt it was like it was a special death, and
Huh.
Voldemort died as a normal human, so like normally, and
Okay.
they
Okay.
still made him look like he was special after all that time. So no, no, I did not like that.
Okay. So, but so tell us now. Now that you've triggered this point, I want to know how was it in the book? How has J.K.
I don't
Rowling
know.
mentioned this in
Voldemort
the book?
died, how Bellatrix died, how Fred died, Man, uh, how Moody died, just with a normal Avada Kedavra.
Okay.
Not like he disappeared with that sort of weird dust. Because it would not have been comfortable to breathe Voldemort's dust. I'm sure they would all be coughing and sneezing,
Right.
right?
No,
Because
that's
dust
correct.
is
So,
very triggering for
so if
yeah.
I just want to make this statement. So
Speaking
if
of
Chris Col.
movies, speaking
Hmm.
of movies, this might be off topic, but for all the Percy Jackson fans out there, even I'm one, the Percy Jackson movies were a big mistake. I mean, I don't know how I don't know how directors can like mess up movies. The book is like a script. Open it, read it, film it, do it. Literally, you don't need to do anything else. Open the book, see what is there, film it, put it in a movie. Who cares if it's 7 hours long? Us bookworms want exactly detailed, proper characters.
So what did you say? Open it, read it, film it.
And film it. Yeah.
Hey, no. So there were four things. No? Open it, read
Yeah.
it.
Film it. We don't care if it's 7 hours long.
So that's the mantra that David Yates and Chris Columbus should take out of your session. And I think J.K. Rowling has a big supporter now that somebody vouches for the books that she's written and is telling all the directors go out and follow the
Not just
script.
one person actually. The whole of the Harry Potter fandom agrees to a lot of things. Umbridge was
Okay.
the worst. Voldemort's movie death was stupid, and
Mm-hmm.
Have a Biscuit Potter was the greatest plot twist. These three things
Wow.
the Harry Potter fandom universally agrees on.
Okay. Superb. Okay, Swani, is the plot over? So everything
Yeah.
hunky
But
dory. Voldemort is killed. Hogwarts is safe. And what I see from the movie, I see that post that Harry Potter breaks off the Elder Wand.
no, 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 no. This was also very dumb. Please, this
Sorry,
movie thing
sorry.
was I don't like that. Chill. Okay.
Okay,
So,
so
Harry Potter
you tell me,
returns the
what was
Elder
it?
Wand to the grave, and he takes the Elder Wand and fixes his own wand, and
Okay,
then puts it back to Dumbledore's grave, and he keeps the cloak,
okay. Wow. So I didn't know that. See, from the movie, I thought that he's broken the
breaking of
wand
the
and thrown it
Elder
away,
Wand
saying,
was one of the dumbest things in the world. And if
"My
Harry was
God."
standing on the edge of the cliff, like, come on, if even Hermione accidentally touches him, he'll fall off the cliff. I mean, Harry Potter, your parents did not die for you to fall off a cliff. Like, he
Okay.
was just standing at the edge of a cliff. I mean, come on. Seriously? Harry Potter is oblivious to everything.
That's the
He's-
heat. That's how generally movie heroes are, na?
Yeah, true. Like in Percy Jackson, he's
Yeah.
just like,
But I think
this is
Daniel.
a pen. But still, yeah, they were cast well.
Okay. So now, Suhani, you know, it's been
Yeah,
about 11 sessions. We've done 11 sessions with the seven books
it
and
was
eight
really
movies
fun
of Harry
actually.
Potter. And I think,
Harry Potter is
you know,
amazing, and talking is amazing. I don't know why I said that, but it still makes sense. So,
right. So what
and
I want to ask you, Suhani, the 11 sessions, going live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, with so many people who've blessed you and come back and complimented you for the way you narrate the plot, for the way you prepare for your sessions. What's your takeaway? How has this experience been for you?
it's been great making new
Hmm.
Potterheads, giving more information to our Potterheads who are already there, sharing my dislike of the movies and some plots which is there, sharing my favorite parts from the books, sharing some good stuff from the movies, life lessons. Everything was really fun.
Yeah, no, great. So I want all of our friends, and really thank you so much for staying with us throughout this Harry Potter series. But I want all of you to know that the Spice of Life conversations is not only about Harry Potter. This is just the beginning where we picked up something that Suhani loves a lot, and she claims to be a Potterhead. I am a Potterhead, but I am still not.
Hat, Papa, you saying Potter hat? That takes everything away, please.
I said
You said
Potterhead.
you said Potter
Potterhead.
hat. I heard
Okay.
Potter hat. Sorry.
So maybe I made a mistake. So no, Potterhead. So Suhani is a big Potterhead. I am a Potterhead, but maybe the intensity of Suhani's being Potterhead is much higher than where I am. She's right now in one of the top 5,000 people across the globe in regards to the Harry Potter quiz that happens
Quiz,
every day on
yeah.
Alexa.
Actually,
Yeah,
4,500 p. Uh, yeah.
yeah. Wow. So she's now in the top 4,500 people across the globe, who have taken Harry Potter quizzes. And I think that's something which is very proud. So, Ani, wonderful job there. I think your passion with regards to, Harry Potter, with regards to the books that you read is amazing. So, I want all of you to know that from next session onwards, which is where we plan to do it fortnightly, Suhani is going to
So
come up
I
with some
remember,
more.
hold on. I remember this one meme, which is very funny. So,
Okay.
how is your fandom doing?
Mm-hmm.
A little dark, a little gloomy, and as always, hey, full of dead people.
Yes. So, Suhani, any cliffhangers that you want to share with people who've been with us on what's coming up next?
The best cliffhanger of all is no cliffhangers. You have to wonder what will happen next.
Surprise! So everyone who is watching us, stay tuned. It's a surprise of what Suhani is going to come up with next, and we're going to be back every alternate
For now,
Sunday.
so I'd like to end with
Yes,
this. For now, mischief managed.
mischief managed. Great, Suhani. Thank you so much. God bless you. Look forward to doing lot more sessions like this with you, and be coming back 2 weeks from now with another series
Why are you
on
saying
something
that you
that'll be
want to repeat
interesting.
the same session? Because I don't think the audience will like that. You said many sessions like this. So, do you want to do the repeat session? Because I'm not interested.
No, I didn't mean repeat sessions. A new plot, a new thought process, some new fun facts, some new engagements, and some new perspectives. So, Spice of
Yeah,
Life continues. Till then, Suhani, till then, mischief managed.
mischief managed.